you saw yesterday, people scratching their heads, it was up. I've been trying to figure it out. It's like the markets are bigger than every individual, obviously, and the markets don't necessarily have a conscience, but the market's made up of a bunch of individuals, all of whom have consciences. But then again, there's so much algo trading and everything else going on that maybe it is machines. Maybe it isn't individuals anymore. But how do you put all that together to decide that, wow, it's really agnostic to these news backdrops and just does its own thing, goes up again today?
I think you're right about the idea that it's machines. I mean, if you listen to all the people from 5 a.m. on, you're hearing reflation trade, and that means sell tech and buy the industrials because they're allegedly value. Now, they've moved up so much they don't seem like value, but that was a lot of machine buying. You don't buy Norfolk Southern up 6, 7 points with anything really happening. Caterpillar up 9, 10, 11. So, I mean, I think that the market, I don't want to say the market is immune. There's individual stocks that are now way too high, but they're in the value side, not the tech side. So I can see it come back. I think people were stunned. The individuals were stunned, Joe, as you and I were, and your whole team is. But the machines don't get stunned because the machines don't have conscience. I don't think that the market is divorced. I think there's a lot of companies doing quite well. But I think the machines are divorced. They didn't see what was happening in the Capitol. They weren't shook like a lot of the guests that you've had this morning because, in the end, again, they are machines. And they don't think. They just do.
I think I've called you a machine many times.
My machine broke yesterday when I watched what happened.
Yeah, so. But your machine needs 3 hours of sleep, and then it just is like it's set on 10, and then it gets another 3 hours sleep.
Well,
so
I'm proud of that, but
it's machine-like.
But I'm proud of that. But what I watched yesterday, obviously, I don't know how much to add. I mean, everybody feels pretty much the same, except for we have to figure out what the goal is. I heard Tom Friedman, and there's a lot that I agree with, but you have to go forward. We have to go forward. And does that mean we have to go forward with the stock market? I do follow the market. So my goal is to try to help people make money and not lose money within the context of what happened yesterday. But I'm glad that there's a blast zone that I didn't have to come on yesterday and talk about it because it would have been pretty crude to do so. That's the word I've been searching for.
It's going to be hard to exile half the country, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, 25 states. Anyway,
it's good to be back after a quarantine, and I urge people to take quarantine seriously.
Yes.
Don't try to cuff that. I thought Becky's comments about we hadn't talked about COVID for a long time. COVID is very much in front of us, regardless of what happened in Washington. People must take masks, quarantine, social distancing, different when 1 million cases in California, basically in a very short period of time. I don't feel safe here, so I think people should not feel safe.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.